What's up, guys? Let's talk about this situation here. It's Kevin Ellup, blah 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 blah. Ellup on set from ksound.com. What's up with you guys? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. There we go. It's an official post from Presonus. Just trying to get the image in the view so you guys can see. But let's talk about it. Interesting. Interesting. What's up, Focus? What's up, my buddy? What's happening, man? Can you hear me? I just want to make sure you can hear me. All right. Okay. Cool. 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 I haven't streamed in a while. It's almost like I forgot how to do everything. I got to get my stream game back up. It's just been busy. But I seen a recent post on Presonus, their Facebook page, and I wanted to talk about it and get some ideas from you guys. I've been grinding, bro. Got a couple of projects I'm working. That's what's up. That's what's up. It seemed like everybody been working. Like ever since the new year came in, Benjamin, what's going on? I'm good. I'm good. It seemed like once the new year came in, like everything just shift, man. I tried to keep up with the video posting, but I just had so much work come in, and I'm still trying to knock things out. But I'm trying to get these videos back up, get it going. The Artist Sound website is down. I am aware. I am working on getting it back up as soon as possible. We did some major upgrades to the site, trying to speed things up, put things in perspective. I got more courses I'm working on, so everything is coming around full circle. I didn't slow down. Actually, things will just pick up even more. So, look, you guys, look forward to that. I hope they fix the MIDI function. I hate having to stop and literally place everything on the grid. That's even after quantizing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up? What's up with everybody? Dussa 11. What's up? What's up with you guys? So yeah, as we're talking about it right now, Presonus on their Facebook page just they put up this seems to be a gift because it's a GIF image, GIF. It's looping over and over, and it says May 22nd, 2018. It's their big announcement. So I wanted to see what you guys were thinking in regards to this big announcement. What do you guys think? So I've seen a few comments in the even the Presonus group, and like on Twitter. I've been watching some of the responses on Twitter. Someone was like, "Did I miss the announcement for Studio One 4?" And then like just people just saying, um, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. It just seems like lately everything that they've been working towards as far as like updates or upgrades or anything like that, it's just been focused around their speakers, the mixers, things of that nature. So, and then we'll get like upgrades here and there, well, updates for Studio One. Um, it was a couple of people who commented on some of the posts and said it's too early for an upgrade for Studio One 4. It's still fairly new. You know, Studio One been out here for about 4 or 5 years. Um, Dusta says Studio One 4, they're falling behind Reason, FL Studio, recent event hit. See, I don't know. That's why we talking. I wanted to see what you guys were thinking about that. Um, some people saying that it's too early for a new update, but I've watched, like you mentioned, I've watched Reason. Um, Matter of fact, I purchased Reason 8. Then 9 came after that. It didn't take them 4 or 5 years to do that, and now I think they're at 10, if I'm not mistaken. It didn't take them a long time to get to 10. I think they're at 10 or 9. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're at 10. And then what's another one? I want to say Ableton Live. It's never too early. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Pro Tools. Pro Tools. I've purchased Pro Tools. Well, I had Pro Tools ever since 7. It took them a long time to get to 8. As soon as I got my hands on 8, 9 came out. This is during my enrollment in school. It didn't take them a long time to come out with 10. And I think like the next year they came out with 11. And I think they're at 12. And they probably at 13. I don't follow Pro Tools, but Pro Tools with the updates, I'm talking about like whole number updates. Yeah, okay. Reason is at 10. Okay, 10.1. Right. Okay. FL is trying to come hard with FL 20. FL Studio 20. Really? Dang. 20? 20? Dang. Wow. That's I guess that speaks volume on how long FL been out. Unless they update often, Every DAW updated. Logic, Ableton, Reason, FL Studio, Pro Tools, everything but Studio One. Okay, we're talking about it, right? We're talking about this. Tape stop effects. Okay, those are some of the features that I see that someone wants to see. I made a video about this, right? I don't know if you guys seen it, but I've talked about my 10 things I like to see. FL20, almost out. Okay, yeah. I think the MIDI to me is probably the most significant in this update. If we ever get an update this year, I don't know. I hope it's S14. They could release a new product. I love 3, but I've had a fair share of issues. It took them way too long to update from 2. Okay. Right, right. We're talking about MIDI right now. Okay, we're definitely talking about MIDI. I think MIDI, if they can revisit the MIDI, then we will be good. Like I think Studio One 3 is solid, but there are some issues with like the major, like the solid, the when you're composing and you're releasing your chord knowledge, your chord information, and just I don't know, your finger to the piano or to the MIDI device, and the information transfer from your MIDI device onto Studio One should be something that's solid. Like it should work. And what I mean by that, it works, but it don't work as good as if you were working in Logic Pro, maybe Cubase, even Machine. Machine is on point. Like the MIDI for me is just if they could revisit that, I feel like if that was good, I would not be, you know, so anxious about an update. That should have been an update in 3.0. You know, that should have been something that was fixed already. I'm looking for MIDI and better samples, not just basic. There you go. So I do feel like I do feel like Studio One is like they're like industry. They're coming up. You know what I mean? Like Studio One, Presonus has proven themselves to hold a spot in the industry. For industry professionals. So it's time to like go to the next level as far as what you can do MIDI wise. Like I say, in Cubase is like hands down one of the best. I haven't used it, but I've seen many videos, and I was just like, wow, okay. The MIDI game there is pretty cool. Even Reason, the stuff that you can do with MIDI, is like, come on, Personas, like, what's up? Where y'all at? Now for mixing, mastering, stuff like that, editing, audio, and even editing MIDI is pretty cool. Like it's not that bad. That we do need more advanced features, but like when you go into editing mode, you know what I mean? Like using their smart tool, depending on the position, top, bottom, things you could do. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty awesome with what you can do as far as editing. If you're mixing, that type of thing, I think it's pretty dope. But for creating music as a composer, like video, for instance, I picked up another client, and with this client specifically is composing music to video for short commercials, right? I had to go back to Logic. Sorry to say, I had to go back to Logic because in Logic, once you finish editing the audio that comes in from the video, first of all, I can extract the audio from the video, right? You could do the same in Studio One. They fixed that. Cool. But in Logic, I can make those edits, add music to it, bounce it out as movie, whatever. I think you bounce everything out in Logic as MOV files, right? And that's it. You export it out, the audio to the movie. In Studio One, however, you have to bounce down the audio first, and you have to have a video software, some type of I don't know, like Logic, not Logic, but Final Cut, or if you got Premiere or Vegas or um, like any other like video editing software that you may have, and then put it to video. And then you have to go through waiting for, well, first of all, at that point, you have to maneuver your audio because it may be off. You have to match it to the grid, right? And then export. You know, that's time consuming. In Logic is you already putting things according to the time, you know, the empty time, right? You already doing what you need to, putting things in perspective. And when this happened, you want this effect to happen, and then when this thing kicks in, you want that to happen. So you already went through that. Why do we have to go through that again, exporting the audio from Studio One back into video, the video software, and then we gotta, and then export it out. And then with all the other options available, I mean, which is cool, you can export MP4, MOV, or whatever conversions you wish. I mean, it's cool, but like, I mean, for someone like me that needs to pump out stuff like that I sort of need that type of, I need that. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that we can look forward to, that will release pretty soon. But who knows? That's something I'd like to see. All right, let's visit the what you guys are saying, huh? Okay, push button. What's up, man? What's good, Kev? What's the news? I missed it. You didn't miss anything, but we are talking about what Presonus posted a few days ago. There's supposed to be a big announcement on May 22nd. So that's a few days from now. Today is May 14th. So that's I need to make sure that I have that day off. And then someone said that if that was the case, if we're getting Studio One 4, then do you believe that the prices, we should have seen price drops everywhere, I don't know. I'm not sure how Presonus works. I've only been with Presonus since they dropped 3.0. The first day they dropped 3.0 is when I got on board. I had the artist version, like the 2.0 artist version, but I didn't get serious with it until 3.0. So I don't know what they do prior to a big release like this. But since they've been focused on speakers and other things, I feel, I just thought maybe there might be a new mixer. We already got, okay, so the Series 3, right? And then we got a new mixer after that. Now that this new mixer can support plugins and like it talks to Studio One. I love all of that, by the way. That's really dope. And then they release new analog mixers that has the capabilities of talking to Studio One, but mainly used for like live church settings or just you just need a mixer right quick. But it's cool that you can use it as an interface. Like, these are really cool things, I feel like. And then Studio One, us guys are just like, we in the background. They come out with cool updates. I'm not knocking Presonus for the updates, but some of them, like, I feel like is more important than others, like MIDI, for instance. Like, please revisit the MIDI. Like, I need better functions, or just the ability to record my notes, my chords, melody lines, or drum beats, or whatever, and the MIDI picks it up on time every time. I don't have to do much editing to it. Even when I have quantize on, it should pick up immediately. Like, Logic has that on point. Logic got that on lock right now. You know, if you're off, you just off. But I mean, me working in Logic, I have never had that problem. I've never had that problem. And then when I moved to Studio One, like, I love everything about Studio One. You know, all of the features and all I can do, the drag and drop, all those cool things you could do. But the MIDI, for me, is what, like, I don't know what happened there. All right, let's finish reading up on these comments. I'm looking for MIDI. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's do it like, first of all, okay, today is the 14th. So we are a week away from their big announcement, which is next Tuesday. Okay, so next Tuesday, we can expect to hear from Presonus regarding what it is that what they're gonna drop, right? So that's exciting for me, and you guys know that I'm gonna be on top of that. I'll bring you guys the news and just, share with you guys my thoughts and how I feel about that, that type of thing. Y'all know me by now. But right now we're talking about what y'all think. If we look at, well, maybe there's some of you guys that have been Presonus since, I don't know, since 2 or maybe 1. Like, if we could just talk about their history, if you will, like the pattern. Like, is there like price cuts before they release a new product, which seems to be something pretty typical, like with Native Instruments. You've noticed price drops with the machine studio, and that's like a major indication that they got something new that's unveiling. I think they did that after they dropped the MK3. I don't remember if they did that before the MK3 dropped, or maybe they did. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're talking about what's to come. What are you guys thinking? Let's get to let's get to these questions. All right, so let's see. Some people think it's the MIDI feature. Okay, MIDI feature needs updating. Yep, we address that. I'm looking forward to MIDI, better sampling, better samplings, not just basic. Okay, I do agree with that. Better samples, a sampler system. Right now is just the bare basic. Yeah, like bare basic. Like, you can't do much with the sampler that they have now. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna just leave that right there. Add more stock sounds. I don't have $20 to $100 to drop on Complete Ultimate at the moment. Okay. They do have a store. They in their Presonus store, they have different like kits that they have, and I have watched what they have done as far as, like, they working, like, they got a good relationship with MVP Loops, which is a good company. They have some good quality sounds that I've used. In fact, if you have the professional version, by default you get some of the MVP loops included in your download, but they have more packs available on in their shop area. And I think they are now working with um I can't think of the company. They're working now with it'll come to me, but they kind of venturing out as far as like the sounds and things like that. So and the prices I've seen so far is like you can buy a pack for like maybe $50, maybe $19 depending. I've seen some on there for $79. They have like piano packs on there, string packs, bass like a bass collection on there. Um, but I do think like they do need more stuff for like the urban community, like people who create trap, which is what MVP got that on lock. But you know, um, it's more than MVP out here. It's like other sounds you can buy. So I mean, I think they're doing something there, and I think you can still like when you purchase that stuff, you can still insert that stuff in through in within the browser of Studio One itself, which is cool. Which is cool. But I do get where you come from because as far as the instruments, and I'm thinking personas, they just want to stick with. They kind of leaving that to people who makes the instruments. That's kind of my take on that, which might be the reason why while Studio One might be as fast as it is. That is one of the reasons why I'm still like hanging around because of how fast the DAW is in general. And so if it's like not having instruments, a bunch of instruments, then I could do without the instruments. I have an extensive library of, contact or whatever, but like what I've seen here, maybe you guys don't have a budget to purchase contact, which is totally understandable. So yeah, I mean, why not? Like, yeah, you know, they have Massive. No, not Massive. That's Native Instruments. The Mai Tai is their synth plugin, and then they have what is it? Um, their their version of a drum machine. Um, can't think of the name. Is it? God. I've been in Logic lately, so it's like I forget. I'm forgetting. Um, their is on the tip of my tongue too. But basically, it's just really basic. You can't do much with that drum machine. But then you got the Kong in Reason. Like that thing is nuts. Like on my Impact, yeah, Impact Studio One's Impact is like come on, man, like. And then like the other thing is the design of it, they're kind of doing like what Logic did. Like when Logic came with their new GUI, the whole design of the actual DAW, a lot of their plugins did not update. They did not come with the update, but they slowly updated them after the fact. So like in Logic, you have like your EQ, which has the update now. The compressors that has update. I think the compressor was like one of the first plugins that received like the new design update. The limiter didn't get an update, but I think recently they got the update. Um, and like so in Studio One, it's to fit the new design where it is now. I think the compressor did not quite get an update. The EQ, the reverbs, I mean, it's definitely Impact. I don't even know what is Mojave. I think that's like another a synth instrument. I don't use it at all, and I try giving it a chance. This just it just sucks to me. Like, I don't like it. There's nothing there's nothing attractive about using that plugin. Like, if that's the case, then just take that out. Like, we don't need it. I don't know who uses it. Do any of you guys use the Mojave? You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get back to these questions. They need video feature like Cubase sync and edit video to audio. I agree. Push button. I agree, definitely. Uh, yeah, I feel you on the MIDI. It feels like an afterthought. You know, now that you mention that, I for what Studio One was really designed for, I I I think I think there was a different idea when they first designed Studio One, but that idea it went away. Like who cares about what it was designed for originally? You got most of the people who buy Studio One is buying it so to create music now. You know, they made a lot of great updates as far as like mix engineers and mastering engineers. It's great for those people, but like, come on, like a lot of producers, beat makers are picking it up for that reason to produce beats. So, um, I'm not telling you guys what to do, like Presonus. I'm not like, hey, but a lot of us picked it up so that we could do these type of things. And so, if you notice a spike in like the sales, perhaps for the type of people that's using it, maybe you know, like help us out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, like going back to the media question, I think like the original reason why Studio One was designed was so it can just talk to certain piece of equipment. I don't think it was designed to make music originally. So that's the reason why I think that the MIDI doesn't work as well as we would like it. But I feel like they kept building upon something that was broken, and not enough people were complaining about it. So maybe they didn't look into that. But now it's becoming like, as far as what I see, like a lot of people was kind of like having issues with the MIDI, and I'm really hoping that May 22nd is the new release of 4, and they actually fixed these type of problems. So, the other dolls seem to be really catering to hip hop and R&B community. I agree. I agree. I kind of made a short statement about that, like, we need more urban stuff because that's what's hot right now. Yeah, it is what it is. Like the urban style music is blazing at the moment. So mixing them and mixing is amazing in S1. Even chopping, editing audio. I agree. I agree, Levin. I definitely agree with that. I'm jumping back and forth between Reason 10 and Studio One 3. Push button. I understand why. I definitely understand. Mixing, all that. Yeah. Studio One 3. Got it. Okay. Um, Need 5.1 mixing capabilities. Ah, okay. That's. I think that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. That will come along with the whole fixing the video and what we can do with video. Period. Composing music to video. I want a mixer now. Now. Personas make some bad ass mixers. I hands down, hands down. They got some nice stuff. I have some some desires to purchase their mixers. Test them out. That's been on my list for a very long time. Even what they did with the Fader port, like I still haven't gotten one yet, and that's because I'm fighting if I should just go ahead and get their full on mixers where I can plug in my mics, because I do drums and other things. So for right now, I'm using my Focusrite Safari Pro 40, which is 8 mic pre's on it. I use that right now to do drums, but I haven't been able to do drums lately, so I haven't had a need for that type of setup. So I haven't, purchasing a mixer is something that I will do in the future. So yeah, that's where I am with that. If they are coming out with the drum machine, I'm going to take a dump in the front yard. I really can't see that happening. That would be nice if they came out with some type of device for producers, like Beat Machine, because you got the Push 2 that Ableton Live have. But see, again, Ableton Live is strictly geared towards producers, production, DJs, live events. Like their whole setup is strictly geared towards creativity in that vein. You know what I mean? Studio One is I feel like Studio One is just a tool to have that happens to work with their mixers. So I feel like the flagship of Presonus is their mix boards. And oh, by the way, to help you guys, we made a platform, software that if you want to, record and be able to mix and master and that type of thing. Oh, here's the platform for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's based on what I've seen. I think that's just like where they're going with it. There's something up with the GUI as well. Not sure what it is, but plugins like Fab Filters, Pro Q seem smoother in other DAWs like Ableton. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true. I don't think that their plug-in capabilities is as smooth. I do believe that. I don't have issues like you're saying, because I don't use Ableton like that. Although I have Ableton, I don't really use Ableton for that. I just kind of went back to Logic, and I do notice like the better, the smoother, experience. Late response to the topic, but yeah, you're right about MIDI. I used to use FL Studio, and it was on point. I also had MPC Touch, and it was perfect. Then I got Studio One, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, you're just another number. You're another number in the crew of people who are who are complaining at this moment. Welcome to the family. I also think Studio One needs its own MIDI controller, or introduce something like a machine or push. I agree. I think it's something dealing with Studio One 4 and more plugins. So Dre thinks that the new announcement, the big announcement, is dealing with Studio One 4 and more plugins. And I would say, like, just the way that they do things, it feels like it's a Studio One 4 coming. It feels like it. Like, I can joke all day and say it's probably a new mixer or whatever, but I feel like I don't know if they ever did like a big announcement type deal days down the line, and it'd be a mixer. Actually, I do, but that's besides the point. I I just this time it feels. I think it would be too soon for another mixer, although they have been dropping mixers like crazy, right? But I don't think that is another mixer. I think it might be Studio One 4, but I don't know. I was wanting you guys, like, as far as like what you pick up. You guys think that, or do you think do you think this conversation is like, nah, I know what it is. They're releasing a new pedal for guitars, because it does do seem like they cater to live guys, right? Like they probably coming out with a guitar. You know, they might be coming out with a new pedal rack. Who knows? Like a new pedal rack that can control the mixers. It's possible. Like Presonus has, and I just been watching them. Like yeah, it's probably like I don't know what to expect. I'm a little bit like I don't know, man. 11 says sampler something like Serato. Okay. Better stock effects like filters and reverbs. I agree. Pretty interesting, says Brad. They're using capsule music and 91 vocals. Okay. Okay. Let's fast forward. You can easily make million sounds with Studio One, just combining them with crazy effects. Sound effects are fine. Okay, so Dussa says you can easily make a million sounds with Studio One, just combining them with crazy effects. Awesome. So you're one of the ones that hey guys, pipe it down. We don't necessarily need a new Studio One 4. You can do what you can with the current version. It's totally fine. We have plenty of things that we can do. I I feel you. I feel you. I still work in Studio One. Like regardless of my complaints, I still work in Studio One, and I utilize the things that I like the best, and for things I can't, I rather go to Logic now if I need to pump videos, music to videos, because it's much quicker. You know, Logic is not quicker in terms of what it can handle CPU wise, but for what I need to do, like commercial stuff, I don't need to create a huge. It's not like I'm creating a 12-minute orchestral song. Now, if for that reason, I probably would go to Studio One because it can handle, or I could stay in Logic and just bounce everything like I used to do. That was my way of getting around. But I gotten spoiled moving to Studio One because it handles more, so I tend to have more instruments and plugins out. Not needing to blah blah blah, right? But yeah, the things we go through as producers. Off topic, Kev. I just got a Lufamation video editor. I think heard of that for iPad. Oh, Luma Fusion. Sorry, I butchered that name. Luma. Yeah, I got Luma as well. Luma's pretty cool. Luma's pretty for iPad. Thoughts if you have used it. I have used Luma. It is very feature heavy. I like it. I think it's pretty dope. Just make sure you got an iPad that has enough memory, because the cool thing about Luma is it handles 4K video, which is fascinating, and it handles it quick. Like it doesn't take forever. But again, you have to have space because 4K videos are obviously bigger. But yeah, I like Luma. Luma is pretty dope for editing, like on a mobile surface. iMovie is cool too, but you can do, like, I think Luma is your Luma is your Final Cut Pro for iPad. You know, that's my thoughts. Maybe they're going to offer subscription to full version. So Benjamin thinks that they're going to offer subscription. Man, if they do that, I think they'll be going backwards, to be honest. But I mean, everything is subscription based these days. But I think for a DAW, I'm not sure if Pro Tools is doing that, and for that reason, I feel like Pro Tools is they're losing people, because I've met several people who wasn't about that, and you know, like, screw them, you know, like it's ridiculous. Like, why would you do that? Plugins, I get it. Maybe for Pro Tools, they have been updating a lot. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Instead of charging people like a lump sum, and I see them like constantly updating. It might make sense for them to charge a subscription, but who knows? We just talking about it. I don't know. I just think it would be ridiculous to go subscription based for Studio One, but the industry is kind of going that way, you know, to receive normal monthly residual from us. But again, keep in mind, like, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how they would do that, but you got a lot of producers that just can't afford that, you know. So if you're gonna charge us monthly to use, I don't know. That's probably another topic. I don't know. I don't want to go far in that one. So Brad agrees with that. He was thinking that too. Okay. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I don't know. We're just talking about it. I think with Impact, each pad should be automatic assigned to a channel or different track. With Impact, Impact is already assigned to different channels. It's just you have to activate it. I did a video on that, but maybe you're talking about something different. But I do know, like, the cool thing about Impact, and it is kind of easy to go in and change from stereo to mono, which is something I have not figured out in Machine. Like, I think Machine, everything in there is a stereo. I may have not just dig deep as I need to, but with Impact, at least you can switch from stereo to mono, and you have to go in and activate everything. And once you like click on everything, all of the channels, it pops up in your mixer window pretty easy, which is one of the things I love about Studio One. Is like when you're using multi-instrument, for instance, when using Contact, it's like that. Like Logic, you have to specify what instrument you're using. Are you using a stereo instrument, or are you using a multi-instrument? And if you're not using a multi-timbral instrument, then if you decide to change your mind in the middle, say like you choose a stereo, like in my case, strings or something like that. You know what? I want to continue using Contact, but I just want Contact to be able to handle all of my instrumentation, because I knew I could do 16 instruments in Contact, and I want a cello, then I want to go grab a bass, and I want a couple of violas, and then I want to do some flutes and clarinets, whatever the case may be. But I can't like make a decision at the spur of the moment. In Studio One, you can. Like, I can pull up an instrument. Okay, this is what I'm gonna work with. I'm doing strings. Oh, I think I need like in the same, you know what I mean? Maybe I could add this, and then I can go back and like. So I think it's cool the way the Studio One works. It's a monophonic synth. I made 808s with it. Okay, so I think Dussa is talking about the Mojave. I'm getting to your message late. I'm sorry. uh, it's a monophonic synth. I made 808. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I just never used it because I just felt like it, it might be more for designers, people who are designing sounds. You know that might be the primary reason for it. What is Mojave, guys? I know Mojado. Okay, Mojave, Mojado. You know, it's the same. It's the same thing. You know, I think you knew what I was getting to. It's Mojado, and it's really for people that like tweaking. Cool. That's what's up. That's kind of what I thought. That's what I thought it was for. People who like to tweak. So it's like it's a basic engine plug-in, and I think all of the like my type the same way. Like, but the problem with my type, I did notice that some of the instruments I go to, it cuts out on me, and it's frustrating. Like it has some weird thing going on with it. Um, Probably going to be more evident in for. I mean, I'm sure they're aware. We see it and um, all as one platform. Yeah, it reminds me of the old key plugin on Logic 5.5. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I haven't been in Logic 5. I've started Logic 8 when I like discovered that I could do music on computer. I think it was 8 for me. So I was still messing with the ADATs and all of the analog stuff. Because I was messing with people who didn't know much about computers. So when I was coming up in the music, like I had a brother-in-law. He was messing with Fruity Loops. And I'm like, that's whack. Like the stuff he was doing, nah, that's not for me. But real talk, like the doll industry was already on. It's just I wasn't like hip to it yet, and I had my brother. He was already there, and then like, yeah. T White, man, what's up, man? I'm getting to you late, but what's cracking, man? What's going on? The fix would be based off of what users ask for. I don't know, because I've been complaining about MIDI for a while, and they still haven't fixed it. But I mean, they overall like Presonus is great for fixing things that we do ask for. So like, there's a lot of things that I've asked for and they fixed it. So that might be that MIDI is a total different thing. Like they have to really go in and gut it out and redesign, recode it so it can do what we want it to do. Maybe that's, you know, can't get everything you want. You know what I mean? But Presonus is pretty good with getting back with people and you know what they like. Let's see. I'm trying to get to some good questions. I think I'm almost caught up with you guys. 76. What's up? Everybody talks about S4 in the last 2 weeks. Now I believe it's coming. You know, that's because that's the desire, that's the wants for or from everybody. That because of like what the type of things that like for people who use Studio One, like they use it daily. Like there's some things that we want to see, but we're not slow or stupid or dumb to what's going on with other dolls and with other because you know most of us that use Studio One has friends that works in Logic. They work in Ableton Live. They work in Reason. You know what I'm saying? We got friends that work in FL Studio. You know, we got those type of friends, and so we always have discussions on what mine can do and or what yours can do, and like we are in a collaborative community nowadays. You know, we work with people, with other people that love to create music, and they may be working with something totally different. And so we're in the face of these things, and we go, "Damn, I like that. That's dope." You know, man, Studio One can't do that, but you know, and then vice versa. The things we can do in Studio One is like other people switch to Studio One because of what we can do in Studio One versus what other dolls are doing. So you know, it's back and forth a lot of times. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You guys, let me know if you can still hear me and if things are still like in perspective, because I'm looking at a bad signal because I've been live for a while. I do notice that. Really though, what's up? What's up? I got Persona Studio, the 192 mobile on the way. Awesome, awesome. Um, keep me updated on the Personas 192 mobile because I have one, but mine's I did an update on it and it for some reason it's not the last update is it did not it was a uh it was a firmware update, and the firmware update took it all out of whack, which I believe it needs to go into like for repair or whatever. I'm not really sure, but I have the I'm talking through the Studio on 2.6, the USB joint. Um, Persona sent me this, so I'm using this. This thing is pretty cool. It's a small version, and that's what I'm saying. Like they have a bunch of interfaces. They got this, and then they got I think it's the 4.6. If I'm saying that right. Um, and they got a bunch of interfaces. They ain't lacking. They ain't lacking as far as hardware, man. They lock. They good, you know. But Studio One, we just kind of hang on thread by the wayside, just hoping for some attention, you know. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm being spoiled. Like Personas is probably watching this. Like, dude, really? We gave you VCA faders, okay? We fixed video like you asked for. First, you couldn't extract audio from your video. We fixed that, okay? All right. Um, we added smart uh uh the smart uh I can't think of nothing today. The cursor, the smart features where we gave you all of this stuff. All these things we've done for you. Like really, you gonna go live and you gonna talk really add up. You know what I mean? uh, um, it's just one of those things where like I'm doing more and the deadlines is not stopping and I just need things to go. I need things to happen, and maybe I'm being spoiled or but like I got a lot on my plate and I just need something that works. Everything that works together. Um, Logic is cool because I can like export video immediately and don't have to use Final Cut or anything like that to put the music to that and then do that. You know, um, that's what Logic does for me. And so I went back there. I could edit the music and follow the video in Studio One but that's still too much work. Like, and then put it up in Logic and then export it out. So for some of you guys that have Logic and you don't have Final Cut or any other you know video editing softwares, Logic could be like that segue between like if you need to do that. So you could do that, but still it's like extra step. Like you might want to just stay in Logic and just export from there. So that type of thing. What's good, Elip? I went to the beginning and you mentioned Ableton Live 9 and Ableton Live and Live 9. Okay, Ableton 9 and Live. Okay, I think I get what you're saying. It's been around for 5 years. Okay. That is true. 'Cause I remember when 9 released, it was 8 at first and then 9. But see, I did not stay on Ableton for a while because I did not I don't remember them like constantly updating. So Ableton been on 9 for a while, right? But it's I guess it just depends on the company, Reason Reason came out with a couple of updates within that 5 year span, I believe. Pro Tools definitely. Pro Tools. So like I say, they it's like every year they come out with a different, like as soon as they came out with 11, I think I stopped at 11, and then they came out with 12. Then they came out with 13. I don't know. I lost track. Maybe they're still at 12. Maybe at 13. I don't follow Pro Tools. I don't know. But it's like as soon as they came out with one, then they came out with another one. It's like, whoa, that's kind of fast. But maybe they were trying to address the problem, the issue, really quickly. Maybe that was the situation. I don't know. But I guess we should look forward. Look forward and see what it is that they're going to announce on the 22nd, May 22nd. You guys were awesome with all the comments. I think I missed a few of them. Top 5 features requests: 1, CPU MIDI core support is needed, especially for MIDI instruments. Okay. 2, track notes. 3, import S1 session data to S1. Number 4, export and import OMF and A8F format. 5, drum editor. Those are all pretty solid features requests. Okay, I like that. That's pretty cool. Here in Germany, on a recording forum where also some programmers from Presonus are in there. When we talk about S4, they say nothing at this time. So maybe no answer is the answer. Presonus is very secretive about what they're doing. That's the reason why we're having this conversation. It's like, what do you guys think? So they did put out an announcement. So like all of us here, most of us are very curious as to what they have up their sleeve. So it's like, okay, what's going on? Even I have connects with Presonus. Like, I know a few people who works for Presonus, and I'm like, hey, is y'all coming out with a 4? Like, what's the deal? And they like, they're like, no time soon, but if we were, then it would be in a few years to come. Like it's like damn, like they not gonna tell you. We not gonna know nothing. But however, Presonus has put a big update announcement May 22nd. Studio One 3 has been out for a while. It's only like everybody can assume that it might be a possible. I don't know. There might be something totally different from what we're talking about. That could very well be the case, but it's it's one of those things that's just going on right now. Like a lot of people just wondering, like, what is it they want? And a lot of people keep bringing up Studio One 4. You know, is it Studio One 4? So let's talk about it. So if it's Studio One 4, like, what do you guys think that they might put in 4? Like, then we started talking about what other dolls are doing in regards to like Ableton Live and Reason, and so it's like maybe they will come out with some like competitive features that other dolls are doing, or maybe they will like have their own thing. Um, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cool to see what you guys are thinking and what you guys are saying. Um, I'm just trying to make sure that I got all the questions, all the good ones. Okay, I think I got all of the major ones I wanted to address. But I thank you guys for tuning in. It's good. It's good to see you guys. Yeah, I can't physically see you, but I can see that you're commenting, and so that's my way of like, okay, what's up? You here? I can see you. Rob, I like making music in Ableton, but I love mixing in Studio One. One feature request is a massive GUI update in sample one plus adding new features. I hope they focus on MIDI computer-based production because Studio One 3 focus heavily on audio. Right, right. Yeah, I remember dudes using FL a bunch of years back and thought, now this, yeah. Okay, I think I'm caught up. I'm caught up. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I appreciate you guys coming out, hanging out with me. It's cool to see what you guys think, and you know, I hope my final thoughts right now before I end this video. I hope to see a Studio One 4 addressing um issues concerning music production whole. This is just my hope, but I don't know what to look forward to. I can't really say what it is. I know you guys look to me for a lot of content, information, updates, and things like that as far as what they're doing at Presonus. I can only share with you guys what I know and what I discovered, and things like that. But this is one of those subjects that I don't know. I can't really say what to look forward to, but I do hope to see Studio One 4 being released, and it's just interesting how they put out this. And the other thing is interesting is this not even on their blog forums, unless I missed it. But this announcement update is not even on their blog forums. This is on Facebook, and it's really not on their. It's not on Twitter. Um, and it's not even in their group. This is in the group. People noticed that there was something posted from Facebook on their fan page and started talking about it. I'm waiting on parameter banking in the Fader port 8. Ella, do you have a point Oh, Ella, you have a point, bro. Presonus has been kind of slipping. In my opinion, I like yeah, like yes and no. I feel like Studio One is one of the fastest growing dolls featured packed and what they done over the short amount of time. Like I think they did a great job and like it's kind of underrating their ability in my opinion. Like okay, we gave y'all all of this within this time frame, and because we're not saying nothing at this moment, y'all think I'm slipping or y'all think that we're behind or blah 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 blah, right? So it's like one of those it's toss ups right now. Like to a certain extent, I think they slipping, but then again, when you think about all of the updates and the type of updates we've received over time, like in three, when they released 3.0, if you think about it, everything that they've given us in 3.0, they gave us some major updates that should have been in 4. Like they gave us 4.0 type updates. And we are only in 3.0 right now. I mean 3.5, whatever version you're on, but the 3, we're in 3. Studio One 3. Um all of what you see now was not available to us when 3.0 came out. So, we got some pretty like some stuff they didn't added to it, some stuff they didn't fix, some stuff they took away and then put back, and then um I don't know. I don't know. I think it just depends on who you are and why you use Studio One. I think that's probably where it boils down. To me, it's just MIDI. Like that's the biggest thing. Yeah, I would like them to come out with a hardware like a MIDI hardware that I can make beats and stuff like that. But I mean, that's not a necessity for me. It's like, hmm, whatever. I'm, you know, I'm cool. We got the fader port. The fader port is their answer to MIDI. But that's just mixing. Like, what about the guys that want to create music? Well, I have Machine. You know, so I use that to do what I need to, and I can like go back and forth between MIDI mode, the general MIDI, and the actual plug-in mode using Machine as a plug-in inside Studio One. So I'm like, I'm cool. It's not that big of a deal. But some of you guys may be like, yeah, I need that. You know, so it's like it just depends on who you are. But if we compare it apples to apples or to pears or oranges or whatever, however you guys are comparing, um, the things that you can do in see every doll is different. Every doll is different. The things you can do in Ableton Live is totally different from what you can do in Reason. Reason obviously have a different algorithm than Studio One, and then Pro Tools is a little bit different, especially the way it talks to your system and the things you got connected. Um, the NFL Studios it's different in the way. So each doll has their own way of doing things, and it's always a question of which one is best for you, right? Studio One has been what's best for me as far as what it does and the workflow, but the MIDI, the MIDI, the MIDI is my main thing. Studio One, Fader Port 8, the RS 3.5, Studio. So you got the 192, Timbaler, the T10. My whole setup is Presonus. Also, you got the Timbaler. I need to get that. I still work off the KRK, which is cool. But I'm looking to gear up, Presonus up my gear, have everything. I'm pretty much got everything. I'm looking to replace this Mankey here. I have a Mankey on my desk. It's my monitor control. But you could do that with the mobile. You can do that with the Studio 192 mobile. Is well capable of controlling different sets of monitors. But mine's been down since the last update, the firmware update, and so I haven't been able to do nothing with it. So I had to pull the Mankey back out. But I'm thinking about grabbing the Presonus version of the monitor control, the studio monitor, whatever you call it. I'm looking to purchase that, and I'm also looking to purchase more speakers. I've been looking at the Scepters and um some other ones. Can't remember the name of them. But like as far as their speakers, man, their speakers is banging. I think their speaker line is all the hardware is pretty dope. The Studio One, we back at Studio One. But I got to get back to work. I got some things. Appreciate you guys for listening to me. I wanted to take time, like, yeah, the Scepter H is pretty dope. I wanted to take the time and and talk to you guys. I haven't done much lately. I'm getting back to uploading videos. I just knocking out deadlines right now. So those deadlines is it's not like I took a break from YouTube. It's just I was busy. I was busy trying to get some stuff done, and so that I can focus on doing videos again. Plus, working a 9 to 5 job. You know what I mean? And sometimes, well, most of the times I'm working like 14, 16 hour shifts, and so trying to toggle that and family, and so sometimes you got to step back from something to make something else work, and then I'm coming back. You know what I mean? So appreciate you guys. All the comments, all the concerns, and that's what's up. Man, you guys are wonderful. Thank you for your thoughts. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, those are just my thoughts. Just my opinions, and if I said anything to offend anybody, I hope that that's not the case. That's never the goal of mine. But we're just talking it out. Hey, we got like what? Less than 10 days away from the update, the announcement. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're gonna release. And if it's Studio 1.4, we're talking about it. If it's not Studio 1.4, don't expect to see me. Because it might not be anything worth me talking about. It's just like, oh, okay. So that's where Studio Presonus decide to go with this big announcement. Okay, okay. I don't know. I may talk about it. I don't know. We may come back on here and see what you guys think. Like, I like to provide these live situations, give y'all a hub to speak y'all mind, and see what everybody's talking about. So, but anyway, I'm getting out of here. Remember, music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. You guys make sure you're on the email list. ksound.com. You can sign up for the email list because I got some things dropping, or you can follow me on it might be easy just to follow me on Facebook, KSound, facebook.com/KSNDDEF. So there's no or, no U, so it's just KSN. Yeah, KSND. So it's like sound, like an acronym of sound, like any NPC users, like their file format is .snd. So that just means sound. But it's KSND with an extra D to spell the deaf, which is DEF. That's how you find me on Facebook. So follow me there. I'll make updates as to stuff we're doing. Also on Instagram, Twitter, same username. All right, guys. Music is art. You're the artist. Paint your picture. I'm out of here.